Welcome back to our Leeds Emporium. The scent of beeswax and old Morocco bindings.
There's a damn sight more human than your office.
No, never confuse me with a human being, love. You wake up screaming.
I sometimes do that already.
Right. I'll bring these. You can get on with the shopping, and I'll meet you out there later.
Yeah, not your usual later.
The law's delay.
Just try, for once.
Well, hello, David. I thought you were going straight out to the cottage.
I wanted to thank you for arranging it. There aren't many solicitors with partners who'd help out on illicit weekends.
Respectability is only a point of view. And there are 2 bedrooms.
I have some files I wanted to look at anyway.
A short holiday, the man said. I should have known better.
Yes, you should. You're looking well, Margaret.
My new assistant. Eager, as well as brilliant.
Add energy to all his other diplomas. How's he doing?
Oh, half my work, some of his own. See for yourself. Go and sit in. Death, negligence and money.
And watch out for my laurels.
Perhaps. Yes. Almost certainly. He's really awfully good.
Now, how long was he in this employment?
Mr. Ransom, Miss Castleton suggested I might sit in.
Yes, of course. Mrs. Walker, this is Mr. Maine, one of the senior partners.
How do you do, Mrs. Walker?
How do you do, sir?
Please sit down.
Well, it's a fairly clear-cut case of negligence on the part of the medical authorities. First, Dr. Milner, then the hospital.
I'm to blame as well. I'd been on at him about the decorating.
Him?
Mrs. Walker's husband, who's now dead.
He was doing the upstairs landing. I think he must have slipped. Fell off the ladder. Seemed all right. But I told him to lie down just in case. And he did. Then he kept feeling dizzy and being sick. Then I rang the doctor and he said he couldn't come round. Then Mr. Marsh from next door, he took us to the hospital. And they kept us waiting for 3 hours. And Dr. Milner came as well. And he said to come back later for the x-rays. Then he died. Just sitting next to me in the waiting room. He made this noise. Then he was sick. Then he was dead.
8 hours after the first call to the doctor, and after 3 hours waiting for an x-ray.
They were very busy. It was Saturday night.
Post-mortem?
And 2 separate medical opinions. Now, Mr. Walker had a small cranial tumour. It was operable, not uncommon. Now, this was aggravated by the fall to cause fatal pressure on the brain. If they bothered to x-ray him, he'd still be alive.
I think they thought he was drunk, especially with him being sick. It was Saturday night.
Had your husband had anything to drink?
Oh, it was warm. He'd had 2 or 3 glasses of beer.
What about the ladders? Old? New?
Ours was old, but we'd hired a new one as well.
Oh, there's no negligence there, surely.
And how do we know till we
I
ask?
think there was some oil on it. Yes, I cleaned most of it off, but... must have been kept in a garage.
Walter Clegg's coming up tomorrow. Turn him loose on it, will you?
If you wish, I don't think it changes the circumstances.
No, it might add some. There could be somebody else to sue.
Yes, thank you.
Will that be all, sir?
Perhaps. Yes, thank you, Mrs. Walker.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Mrs. Walker.
Thank you very much.
Now, don't worry. Sword in hand.
Thank you.
I'll never understand the patients. There's no tears, no bitterness. Just puzzled by it all. And her husband died because some superior gentleman with a stethoscope wanted to finish a round of golf and couldn't be bothered.
Do we know that?
Well, it's usually something like that, but one thing's for certain, he'll answer his telephone a damn sight quicker in the future if he's still a doctor, which he won't be if I have anything to do with it.
Not part of your job.
No, I think it is.
Well, you've got the post-mortem report. It looks fairly straightforward. They're probably offered to settle.
No, I'd rather fight. A judge will award a lot more money.
Why not wait and see what they do offer?
Well, if we do that, it might happen again.
I doubt it, but again, not part of your job. What do you want? A medical crucifixion or enough money to give your client a steady income? I'd settle if the offer's good enough.
Advice or instruction, Mr. Maine?
Advice, for the moment.
I don't mean to intrude, my dear, but it is a personal matter, and I'd like David's opinion.
You're not intruding at all.
Thank you.
This is pretty, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it's lovely.
What?
Oh, thank you. If any of those ornaments are valuable, I'd move them and give him a chance to swing a briefcase.
If I do that, he'll only cover every flat surface with paperwork.
Well, he will anyway.
Hello? Henry, what are you doing here? Checking the insurance?
That has been attended to, man, as you well know.
Not on office commission, I hope.
I'll do this, then I'll go and make noises in the kitchen.
Well, not on my account, my dear. In fact, I'd be glad if you could stay. David, I want some advice.
Was anything wrong?
Oh, no, the contrary. Now, you've heard me talk in the past about retirement or semi-retirement.
Yes, usually the day your surtax demand arrives.
Not always. Anyhow, Margaret's doing more and more, and this Edward Ransom gets an enormous amount of work.
Yeah, I've seen some of it.
Now, this is the material. I've been asked by the local law society to make application to the Lord Chancellor for an appointment as a recorder.
It's been earned, Henry. I'm very glad.
What's a recorder?
It's a sort of judge of what used to be the old quarter sessions. He's very responsible and quite an honour.
I'd like your opinion as to whether to put my name forward or not.
It's not retirement, Henry, or anything like it. 10 to 5 on a hard bench while the lawyers argue and the felons troop past. It's a fair bit of travelling.
Well, that doesn't trouble me. And I've seen my doctor. Besides, a change is as good as a rest. You should try it sometime.
I'll second that.
You'll lose money if you take the job. Well, the practice will.
Well, we can adjust my share of the profits. And let's say I manage to live a provident life.
What it really means, he's still got the first half guinea he ever has. Oh, take the job, Henry. You obviously want to.
Thank you, David, but that isn't really what troubles me. You see, I know the law. I respect it as I practice it. But am I qualified with this to sit in judgment? Really qualified?
Nobody is. But only those who are doubtful about it are any good.
Thank you, David. I'm obliged. And thank you, my dear. Enjoy your holiday. Oh, well, I remember. We're representing a rather unsavoury man called Leggett. Young Ransom's handling it, but I'd be glad if you'd look over his shoulder from time to time.
Leggett, I'll do that.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, Henry.
What's such a big event about this recorder thing? What's it mean? He was like a little boy about it. Couldn't wait to tell somebody.
That's the thin end of a long overdue wedge. The Courts Act, 1971. You see, solicitors are supposed to be the junior branch of the law, dog's bodies handling sordid details. Standing in the doorway of the bar mess while their bewigged betters sail by, and then leaning over their shoulders in court, telling them what to say. You had to be a barrister to become a judge or a recorder, but not anymore. They're starting to appoint solicitors. There's only a handful being let in so far. And I'm delighted for Henry.
That's good. Why the champagne?
'Cause?
But I've only got sausages. I was going to shop properly tomorrow.
Sausages and champagne. Best of both worlds.
And the story of your life.
Edward, nobody's questioning your competence.
And then why don't they let me get on with it?
Well, you know as well as I do. There are a dozen ways of handling any case.
And any 2 or 3 of them can be right, depending on judgment.
And experience. That's what you're being offered. Accept it.
First Mrs. Walker, now Leggett. God, I was handling cases like this when I was an articled clerk.
That was another practice. It doesn't say much for the partners. And my father is responsible for this meeting on the Leggett case.
I'm sorry, Ma.
Hello, Margaret. Mr. Ransom.
How's the cottage?
Oh, marvellous. With the country air is killing me. I'm sleeping 8 hours a night.
Miss Castleton's asked me to tell you about the Leggett case.
Can I hear what Mr. Clegg's police grapevine says first? Then I'll look at the file and try to put the two together.
As you wish.
Please. Walter?
Well, Ernie Leggett's a hooligan, a smash and grab artist. He's got a longer form sheet than Arkle. Hurt a lot of people. You name it, he's used it. Crowbar, pick handle, sawn-off shotgun. He likes hurting people.
How much do you know about the psychology of violence, Mr. Clegg?
I know enough to duck. That's all I've ever needed.
What's this case about?
Payroll job, factory office. 3 of them thumped the security guard, smashed in and lifted the wages. So far, so good. But a plate glass door got busted. One of the clerks decided to have a go, jumped Leggett and the rest on the way out. And all that got him was a face full of ammonia. They don't know who threw it. And then they reckon Leggett shoved him. He fell through the plate glass door and cut his throat on the way. Died in 5 minutes. 34, married, 3 kids.
The 2 charges against my client are murder and robbery with violence. Now, Leggett's made a statement admitting the robbery, but I'm pleading not guilty to the murder charge.
You'd better pray for a gullible jury.
Well, according to Leggett, it was self-defense.
Against a man blinded with ammonia? That's a thin plea of mitigation, not a defense to murder. Now, look, wouldn't you be better pleading guilty to both and using the facts you've got to ask for leniency?
No, I don't think so. Not with the difference in sentence there might be. Now, Leggett will get 8 to 10 on the robbery. If we plead guilty to the murder and the judge decides to slap on a tough minimum recommendation, he could draw up to 20 years in prison.
Not necessarily, and you're far more likely to avoid any tough minimum if you admit guilt. Now, start arguing, especially on a thin point of law. You're asking for trouble. Why risk it?
Because of the facts. Leggett doesn't know who threw the ammonia, didn't know if the dead man might have been armed.
I think you're wrong, Mr. Ransom, especially with Leggett's record.
Possibly, but Leggett's record is not on trial. One offence is. And I've briefed a very good young barrister who agrees with me. Anyway, the final choice isn't really up to either of us. Ernest Leggett is determined to plead not guilty. Now, it's his decision. Can I be excused now? I have to see Mr. Leggett.
Of course. We'll talk later. Did you get out to Mrs. Walker's and look at those ladders?
Not yet. Next job, perhaps tomorrow.
Do it now, Walter.
Yeah.
David,
Yes?
try not to be too hard on him. He's young, he's idealistic. He is a bit arrogant and somewhat tactless, but he's a very good lawyer. He's got a very good reputation for being right.
I haven't issued a single instruction. I listened. I made suggestions. I haven't even read the file. I'm just starting to acquire information.
I've seen you do it before. I know that exact look on your face. Always means trouble for somebody.
It's always comfortable on remand. It's no holiday camp. And I wish the screws would take a bath more often. But it's all right. Are those king size? I hate cheap fags.
Yes. Mr. Leggett, there has been a suggestion by one of the senior partners that you should change your plea.
What do you think?
Now, my opinion hasn't changed. I still think you're entitled to have a truthful defense put to a jury.
So it's not guilty on the big one?
That's right. Now, the others don't think the jury will buy it. They're worried.
We all are, Cocker. Always.
No, we shouldn't be. We all have the same rights under the law.
Most of us. But I'm a thief, Mr. Ransom. It adds up to that. So I've probably got more right to the law than anybody else. Making a living on the sharp end of it. I can see why your bosses are worried. It's a lot easier to get rid of thieves. That's why I'll go along with you. You are still trying.
Thank you. Now, let's go through this before I see counsel again.
They came just after you'd gone. And they looked at the ladders, like you did. Then they wanted me to sign some forms.
Did you sign?
No. No, I told them I'd got to speak to Mr. Ransom first.
Did you tell them about cleaning the oil off?
No.
That's quite right. You see, if you...
Hello, Mrs. Walker.
There've been some other people round. They were looking at the ladders.
It's all right, Mrs. Walker. They were from the insurance firm about your husband's policy. There's nothing to worry about. Mr. Clegg's seen the ladders. They're both solid. And the oil, what there was of it, was on the bottom rungs.
I still don't understand. Why did Mr. Clegg come round?
He's just nosy by nature, Mrs. Walker. No, it's his job. You see, there was just a chance that one of the ladders might have been faulty. Now, if it had, we might have had a separate case against the people who made it. That's all.
Oh. I'm very sorry I troubled you, sir.
No trouble at all. That's what we're here for.
I'll see you out.
Goodbye, Mr. Walker.
You did that nicely.
All part of the bedside manner.
Doesn't it ever bother you? The way ordinary people come in here as if it's church and we're some superior branch of holy orders.
Think?
Oh, it's their law as well. It's not some middle-class
For
monopoly.
profit-grabbing parasite. Shall I quote the rest of the argument? Money from conveyancing makes up 60% of most solicitors' income. And what is it? £50 for a morning's work by a clerk. And the usual fee for divorce? About £150. Fill in the forms yourself. You can do it for 15. If you like living dangerously.
Yes, that's everything I was going to say. So whatever happened to the law? And the people in this country? Now, the law is supposed to protect them. And they're either too frightened or too broke or too ignorant to use it. And legal aid's mostly a farcical clutter of forms.
It's not farcical, it's just frightening.
And a lot of citizens' advice bureaus are just touting posts. Again, for solicitors.
Touting's for profit. Most solicitors lose money on the handover. It's the old progressive argument, played against them. Look, Mr. Ransom, if you want to change the system, go into politics. A lot of lawyers do.
Mainly to keep the closed shop closed. And MP after your name on the letterheading is always good for business. Now, I'll operate from here, then I can stop the Mrs. Walkers of this world being chiselled by the same sort of medical closed shop. I can make sure Ernest Leggett gets a fair chance at the rights the law gives him.
On these two cases, you're only playing at the law. You don't know enough. I'm all in favour of reformist zeal, but not at the expense of clients of this practice. Some advice again, Mr. Ransom. If Dr. Milner and the hospital come up with any sort of reasonable offer to Mrs. Walker, accept it. Settle, because if you think she was flustered in here, wait till you see her in court.
Well, I'll take that chance.
It's not yours to take, it's hers. And on the Leggett case, I'm coming in. I want that plea changed to guilty of murder.
That is up to Leggett.
Right, I'll talk to him. You're supposed to be defending this bloody hooligan, not proving how clever you are, and that's exactly what you will be doing if you try proving self-defense. And besides that, I don't want every criminal in the manor pounding on that door because they think we'd gallop to anybody's rescue. Particularly now, with Henry Castleton being put up for a recorder's job.
Now, that sounds like the old closed shop again.
Or an elderly man who served the law all his life, opting to continue his responsibility towards it instead of taking up the easy retirement he's entitled to.
Now, what if I choose not to take your advice, Mr. Maine?
It's not advice this time, Mr. Ransom. Instruction. See you later. Mr. Leggett, the judge is going to stand on that bench and then jump. He's going to land on you with both feet in the water carafe. He'll hand out so much porridge you'll think he's a Quaker Oats factory.
Mr. Ransom doesn't think so.
Yeah, he's not been in as many courts as I have. He doesn't know Mr. Justice Belling. I do. He doesn't like violence.
You washing me off, Mr. Maine?
No, I'm just suggesting you plead guilty. Use all the facts we've got in mitigation and ask for leniency. All I'm doing at the moment is offering you some advice.
I've already had some from our Mr. Ransom, so I'm pleading not guilty.
How'd you find out about Mr. Ransom?
The word gets around when you got a trier. He's done a couple of police intimidation cases and won. Doesn't like the Johns, our Mr. Ransom, just like me.
He's using words like underprivileged.
That's right, and I was.
So was Walter Clegg. He became a policeman.
More fool him, roll on coca. We got a good barrister. Another young lad, another trier. And a QC who'll do what I tell him. Be your age, Mr. Maine. We've got to gamble it. Try bending the law in my direction for once. You know the old story. Steal $1 million in the city, and you're a company director under stress. Steal a bottle of milk, and you're a thief.
Yeah, we've both been around too long to listen to stories, so just think of the one you're in and what a jury's going to think when they hear about a man with 3 kids dying in a pool of his own blood.
Sodding ex-rugby players. They're always a menace. It's not a game.
Not for you, it isn't. It's a living.
For both of us.
So we shouldn't take it personally.
No.
Mr. Ransom is doing. Why don't you listen to me?
No, thank you, Mr. Maine. I'll stick. I've never had a personal crusader before. Tell him I'm out of fags, will you?
Sit down, Mrs. Walker. This gentleman is Mr. Varney, the solicitor representing Dr. Milner and the insurers.
Mrs. Walker.
Dr. Milner, of course, you know, this meeting was called at their suggestion.
Quite informally, and without prejudice, to see if we can reach some reasonable settlement and avoid the distress and expense of litigation.
And avoid the publicity as well. After all, Dr. Milner carries the usual professional insurance, which will offer the usual insurer's minimum.
Mr. Walker was a patient of mine.
And not on the private panel.
No, but still a patient. I regret his death deeply. And no amount of unpleasantness on your part can increase that regret.
I'm sure it won't, if it exists. Now, a settlement of what order, Mr. Varney?
One based on normal actuarial principles. The late Mr. Walker's expectation of life and his annual income. The usual settlement for a man of his age is 4 to 6 times this income as a lump sum. In Mr. Walker's case, a figure of £5,000.
Given the circumstances of Mr. Walker's death, I should think any judge in his right mind would double that figure.
Mrs. Walker.
I don't know. Mr. Maine said to settle.
Mr. Maine has been known to be wrong.
Well, think about it, both of you.
I don't need to. It's been thought about. A man was left to wait for 8 hours, unattended. Then he died. Now, if that isn't negligence, then they'd better invent another word.
No dispute, and we've already made an offer. But if you care to argue the case in court, then I will contend that normal care and attention was paid.
And you'll lose.
2 sides to every case, Mr. Ransom. Examine ours, insofar as your apparent prejudice will allow. Dr. Milner.
Saturday night in any big hospital is always busy. And that Saturday we had the overflow from some stupid motorway pile-up, as well as the usual rowdies from fights and that day's football match. There wasn't a single member of the hospital staff who stopped running. Now, to them, Mr. Walker could have seemed just another man in working clothes, smelling of drink.
That was the beer he spilt on himself when he fell.
He was staggering a bit and being sick, but so were half a dozen others. How was the hospital staff to know? How was I to know?
You were told.
And acted on it.
After 8 hours.
Nevertheless, these are our circumstances, Mr. Ransom, checked and tabulated. I think the judge will listen much more carefully than you have done, and rule accordingly.
Does that mean I get nothing?
You may well end up with nothing, Mrs. Walker, except an extremely large bill for legal fees you may not be able to afford. But then, in my experience, it's somewhat unusual for the client to be even present at this type of meeting.
Much less given an object lesson in solicitor's intimidation. You should take up debt collecting, Varney. You'll be good at it. We'd better go, Mrs. Walker.
We should buy a place like this.
We.
Yes. Well, why not?
If I listen carefully, I can hear bells ringing, the choir starting to practice, I promise thee.
Yeah, nothing as elaborate as that. I'm too busy. Well, think about it.
Yes, I will. I will indeed.
No, it wouldn't be bad. Logs in the fireplace, evening strolls in the garden, prodding the mulch or the tilth, whatever they call it.
You and gardens. Impossible. You're a city animal.
Now we get a trusty village elder with 10 green fingers on each hand. Gnarled and respectful, I think. Where's a smock on Midsummer Day?
The usual urban romantic. What you'd get would be a 30-year-old garage hand, moonlighting at 12 bob an hour, paid in cash, tax-free. First he'd won £500 spent on mechanical equipment because he doesn't really know which end of a spade is which. Then he'd dig up your rose bed, sell your fresh vegetables in the pub Saturday lunchtime to pay for his large whiskies. And they'd all stand around and give thanks for another gullible city slicker and his dreams of a countryside that never was. I grew up in it, remember?
Sound like me talking to young Ransom about the law.
What did you call him?
Ransom.
No. Before that?
Young.
Let me buy you those carpet slippers you've spent all your life avoiding.
No, not yet. I could stay out of it, I suppose.
Well, let the boy learn by his mistakes.
Oh, yes, he'll learn, but the clients will pay. And then there's Margaret. She took him on, so she's responsible, and she can get a bit dewy-eyed and idealistic herself unless Henry and I lean on her. That's why Ransom's getting so much rope.
Sounds like you 15 years ago. Except nobody gave you the rope. You took it.
No, for different reasons. Like money.
Not all the time. I heard you theorizing over the law books at Selby's kitchen table. I've watched you since.
All right, I admit some of it. I look at Ransom and I can see myself in a mirror at his age.
So? Don't jump on him.
Yes, well, I will if I have to, because I can look at Henry Castleton and see bits of me in a mirror in 20 years' time. 3 generations of lawyers. It's a bit spooky. I may demand soothing herbal remedies.
What you're really asking for is more gin.
I'm not questioning your professional expertise, Mr. Ransom, but I am questioning your grasp of the common civilities.
I might have known there'd be a squawk from Varney, but I was angry.
A fruitless and unprofessional emotion. Robert Varney, whom I've known for many years, did not squawk, as you put it. The matter was mentioned to me casually, in conversation, no more, and possibly intended for your own good. Your intelligence is admired. Your manners less so. One can cultivate good manners, and one even owes this to intelligence which one cannot cultivate.
Mr. Castleton, I would like to apologize, but I won't. I'll explain. For a year, I helped out at a neighborhood law center in a crummy area of a crummy city, and good manners just got in the way. You can't use them against a pack of Alsatian dogs hired by a slum landlord to evict a family of 6 from a one-room hovel they call home.
I appreciate the point, but it's hardly relevant to people like Robert Varney and Dr. Milner.
They are where I came in and tried to help. People like Varney were always acting for the landlord, and the Dr. Milners of the area were always out when a baby needed attention for rat bites.
I don't think one can confuse social work with the law, Mr. Ransom.
Whereas I believe, very sincerely, sir, that one cannot separate the two. It's impossible for me, at least. And when I talked to Margaret, Miss Castleton, she seemed to think that I could keep up this type of work from here.
From a practice identical in nature with that of Robert Varney, and with several landlords as clients? We shall see. Thank you, Mr. Ransom.
Oh, just one thing, sir. Can I borrow Walter Clegg? I'd like to ask around about Dr. Milner. Something there smells peculiar.
Another value judgment, which I would have thought a trifle hasty. However, I would rather he ask the questions than you. Ask Mr. Clegg if he'd be good enough to step in for a few moments, please.
Yes, sir.
Just be careful, Mr. Ransom. You're a fully qualified solicitor in a reputable practice. Your personal behavior should reflect this. Mr. Clegg, Mr. Ransom would like you to make some inquiries about a Dr. Milner.
Discreetly, of course.
Of course. I shall wear suede shoes and a bow tie.
First you and then my father. Can I remind you that Edward Ransom is my assistant and responsible to me?
And you're a partner and we're all jointly responsible to each other?
Oh, well, there's no answer to that, but it is possible to encourage different methods of practicing the law and appreciate their motives. I intend to keep encouraging Edward Ransom.
Oh, yes, and I know why. He's a keen young junior solicitor with the ideals you think we all used to have. And now you're indulging them by proxy. You stopped thinking like a lawyer, you joined the banner carriers.
It is possible to be a concerned human being as well as a lawyer.
I don't dispute that, but not one at the expense of the other. Now look, Margaret, you sit up here with Louis Savage in this rustic fairyland and reform the world with words. Hell, the place hasn't even got a telephone.
He can exist without one.
Yeah, what else has Louis Savage got? A one-room practice, a private income, and his illusions intact.
But that's no crime, except to people like you.
Who's he ever really helped? Except himself. He's just like Ransom. I wish I had a conscience with no bruises on it. Nice, clean, lily white hands. God, I even wish sometimes I had my illusions. Look, Margaret, the opposite of illusion is reality, and it's the job of the law to interpret that reality. It's one of the few instruments that can. And you know that. I've seen you do it. And when Mrs. Walker gets peanuts, less legal fees, and Leggett gets another 8 years on his sentence, I hope you start doing it again.
David, first I practiced my father's version of the law, then I practiced yours.
And did both well.
Thank you. Then I met Louis Savage and Edward Ransom and saw there was another version of the law, the social one. Now, that may be the one that I elect to practice in future, and if I do, you may have to find a new partner for the Leeds branch of this practice.
Maggie! Double or quits on the results of these two cases, Leggett and Walker.
Oh, you're impossible! Goodbye.
Goodbye, Margaret.
Bye. Couldn't help hearing most of that. I was listening.
As they know, I saw the door open.
Beady eyes. Well, she may have a point.
Hmm?
You're the least likely inhabitant of an ivory tower I've ever seen. But your profession isn't. It's insulated. It has to wait for things to happen. I think Ransom just wants to make a dent in the insulation.
No, it's more than that.
I think there's something else, too. We've both got children. I can see my Joanna being changed. Only slightly, mind you, but still changed at a posh boarding school. You've got 2 children being brought up by a radical stepfather who hates everything you stand for, and an ex-wife who never really knew much about you. One of those children, growing up, is your son. And I think sooner or later, that's where you're going to have to justify who you are, what you do, and why.
It's obvious. I'm a lawyer. That's what I do.
If the law's out of date?
Well, that's fallacy. The law keeps up. It's slow, but it's always there. You can stand in the Abbey grounds at Bury St. Edmunds, and you can touch the pillar where the barons rode off to Runnymede with Magna Carta. Yeah, a long time ago. But the stones are still there. So's the law.
Who's the idealist now?
Only in private, kid. Never in the office. I can't afford it.
I've been talking to Mr. Marsh, my neighbour. He's been my neighbour for 20 years. He took a week off work to help with the funeral and things. He thinks I should settle for the £5,000. Then I'll have that, and George's bit of insurance, and I can pay off the house, put a bit by, and get a little job. He says it's safer. You see, you don't know how long these things are going to last with all these courts and things. And how much it's going to cost you in the end.
Mrs. Walker, I'm sure your neighbour means well. And I'm also quite sure that a judge will award you a great deal more money.
Can you be sure?
Almost sure.
What did you say you do, Mr. Howard?
Sales rep. They used to call us commercial travellers.
Well, there's a slight increase in the heart rate, but it's nothing to worry about. Many late nights?
Quite a few, I'm afraid.
And you smoke and drink?
Yes, a bit too much lately on the social customers.
Well, I'd cut down if I were you. Try to get a couple of days off. A few early nights. I'll give you a mild tranquilizer for that feeling of pressure you say you have. And some pills to help you sleep. But it's up to you, really. Your body's a machine. You must look after it.
How much obliged, Doctor? I'd like to settle up now, if I could.
Oh, see the receptionist, would you? Take care of yourself.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Robert. Fine. Yes, we must lunch soon. Bye. Oh, Edward, I've just spoken to Robert Varney, informally. He says the offer of settlement to Mrs. Walker still stands.
No, I'm still going to fight. I want it in a courtroom, and I want the truth.
Courtroom isn't an automatic truth dispenser. It's a marketplace for likelihoods and probabilities.
Mr. Maine,
Come in.
I've just been to see Dr. Milner.
And?
the opposition client. Well, that's pretty bloody unprofessional.
Mr. Clegg's well-known talent for bending the rules.
What did you talk to Dr. Milner about?
Palpitations. You try smoking 20 cigarettes one after the other and you'd have palpitations. I feel terrible.
Well, you should see a doctor, Walter.
Did you find out anything?
I'm afraid I did. Our Dr. Milner's on the happy gas.
And what's that?
Nitrous oxide. You sniff it. Same effect as a couple of big drinks and a lot quicker.
You sure?
Oh, yes. All the signs. Confident, very confident, but a shade blurred, a bit godlike. I've seen it before. And the cylinders in his surgery aren't labelled.
Now we've got him.
Mr. Leggett.
That's what I like to see, a delegation. Shows time and trouble on my behalf.
Trouble, anyway. Tell him, Mr. Clegg.
It could just be police canteen
We
gossip.
all know what liars coppers are. He tripped and fell down the stairs, Your Honour.
That's routine. This is serious. 1962, the Atkinson job in Manchester.
I was only the driver. It was an accessory charge.
On a technicality. The other thieves said you stayed in the car. The watchman said you didn't. They believed your friends.
I know all about this, Mr. Maine. And Mr. Leggett has been punished for that offence.
And did he tell you it was another robbery where a man was killed?
He died in hospital. It was an accident.
He's still dead.
And by another accident.
And another case, not this one.
Look, my policy is simple. I can only act efficiently for clients who don't lie to me. You can make your own mind up.
You don't like me, do you, Mr. Maine?
I don't like you, I don't dislike you, I don't even know you exist. Except as a name, a case, and a courtroom being handled by one of my employees. And entitled, completely entitled, in spite of anything he's done, to the best advice this practice can give.
I can pay, and pay bloody well.
Yeah, a lot of you can. Mostly in used fivers whipped out of a till while you trod on some shopkeeper's face.
If you're worried about that, we'll refund the money and put the case through on legal aid.
And if we do that knowing the client has means to pay, we're guilty of conspiracy to defraud the state?
You still want me to plead guilty, don't you, Mr. Maine?
Yes, for your own good.
Well, I'm not going to. Unless he says so.
He's been instructed to say so.
But it's still up to me. And if you tell me to plead guilty, you're having your arm twisted.
Yes.
Then I withdraw the instruction. Mr. Ransom, if your belief in this technicality you call a defense is strong enough, I'm forced to respect that belief. If it's based on law, fine. If it's based on some utopian optimism, expect to be judged yourself on the consequences.
I realize that. We shall retain the plea of not guilty, Mr. Leggett.
What?
Where's the man who owns this cottage? I wouldn't leave it this time of year.
Louis Savage. Some international conference. Vienna, I think. Trying to keep up with things, or so Margaret says. I went to one once. Very useful. Funny thing, most of the lawyers were Russians. Can't think why they wasted their time. Rubber stamps, all of them.
Not like David.
Oh, goodness, no. Although David's unpredictability has its drawbacks. It accounts for some of my white hairs.
Hi, Henry.
Hold up. Before you ask, I've absolutely no excuse for being here, drinking your coffee and wasting Hillary's time.
Yeah, now wait for it.
No, I was just passing. I was chairing the Industrial Interest Tribunal and it finished early.
I see.
Oh, there was one thing.
Oh, what's there now?
Ransom wants to see Varney and Milner again. I think it would be advisable if you went with him, if you can spare the time.
All right, Henry. And got out the other comment when you become a judge.
Goodbye, my dear.
Goodbye, Henry.
You're home early.
Yeah, smelling of prisons and feeling old.
Ransom?
Most of it. You see, potentially he's a very good lawyer and we're having to lean on him. Might spoil him and that'd be a pity. He thinks I'm making it a personal issue. Prejudiced obstacle to his crusades because of his boss. Not because I'm a better lawyer.
Oh, you could always try explaining. You're not very good at it, but you could try.
No. There's theory versus theory playing on his ground. I'll make the count on results.
And if he's wrong?
I'll sack him.
Oh, David, that's too strong. Another chance.
Yeah, who the hell's going to give Leggett and Mrs. Walker another chance?
I talked to two nurses at the hospital. One's a sister. They know Milner's on the happy gas. Sister's already mentioned that she's worried to the registrar there was some private patient mix-up. She wasn't specific. Thought a warning about behaviour might do it.
Rules of the game stick together. Now, will they testify?
Is there any need?
There might be.
I'd rather they didn't.
Why?
Honesty's one thing, promotion's another. Believe me, I know. They've both got to keep working there.
Good evening to you.
Castle Inn.
Well, I'll say one thing for you, Mr. Ransom. You never seem to have heard of normal office hours.
I don't mind working late. There's no telephone.
And I'm glad you're here. Robert Varney telephoned me. I've made an appointment for you to meet him, and Mr. Maine has agreed to go along with you.
Oh, there's no need. I can do it. Why?
Caution. I understand there are certain allegations against Dr. Milner as yet unproven. I'd like them set down as such. Mr. Maine is very good at that.
Even the nurses have noticed how high Dr. Milner is half the time.
And solicitors are subject to the laws of slander.
Mr. Castleton, I have the Adams document ready for you.
Could it wait until the morning, Mr. Clegg? I'm expecting Mr. Justice Belling. He's a very old friend.
Naturally. Good night, sir.
Youth. What do you make of it all, Mr. Clegg?
I know what would happen if he was a young constable. They put him on a night beat, full of hills, with no tea shops, and where there wasn't any shelter from the rain. Good night, Mr. Castleton.
Good night, Mr. Clegg. Hello, Daniel. How are you?
Well, Henry. And you?
Never better. A heavy list this time up.
No heavier than usual? 2 or 3 quite nasty cases, though. The human animal at its least prepossessing.
One of the penalties of being a judge.
Yes. You can only start to take it personally when you've handed down the sentence. At least our usual pleasant dinner before assizes is something to look forward to.
Not assizes anymore. Crown Court, tier number 2.
Nothing's called the same. Like this damn new money. What was wrong with a guinea, provided you earned it honestly? Roving room gossip has it you're being put up for a recorder.
It has been mentioned, yes.
Take it on, Henry.
Mostly criminal law. Thought I'd done my share of that.
Not a bit. Fresh mind. But that'll be the least of your worries. I hear that some of my barrister ex-colleagues are out to give solicitor recorders a skinning when they can.
I've heard that too. Can't be helped. I've telephoned the club. They're saddle of lamb.
Good. Good.
Hello, David. Nice to see you.
Hello, Robert. Dr. Milner.
I thought another chat might be advisable.
Yes, we agree. We have a few more, quote, circumstances.
Can we talk about an offer of settlement?
In real money.
Our offer still stands.
I take it this information is generally available.
If it's looked for.
May I ask what it is?
It's a summary of 8 cases similar to that of Mrs. Walker, and the damages handed down in those cases by judges.
And the insurance tables. We are prepared to increase our offer to £6,000, based on life expectancy and loss of income, and your costs.
And I shall advise our client to accept. Thank you, Robert.
What? We'll get a lot more money when we prove what sort of condition Dr. Milner...
Mr. Ransom.
Might have been in.
It's irrelevant. Liability has already been admitted. The offer proves that, and the terms.
It's still not good enough. Even if I have to act as a private citizen.
Mr. Ransom, if you want blood, you've got it. Yes, in times of stress, I inhale an intoxicant gas. I've just finished preparing a statement for the hospital and for the GMC voluntarily, and as of this morning, I'm ceasing to practice medicine. Is that what you wanted?
Something like that. But it still doesn't give Mrs. Walker back her husband.
Nor does dragging her through court, where she certainly won't get any more money. And she's the client. This is a case in law, not a vendetta, so drop it. Thank you, gentlemen. We accept.
I'm sorry, John.
It was bound to come out sooner or later. The silly thing is, I was stone cold normal the night Walker died. I'd just come back from a week's holiday. That doesn't excuse the other times. So, why try to explain, especially to somebody like Ransom? The times when you feel so tired, you just want to put your head on the desk and weep. But there's work to be done, people in pain. So you go to your little cylinders, you spin the taps, get your instant pick-me-up, and go and do the work. Physician, heal thyself.
Gilbert James Cook and Harold Soames, you've been found guilty of robbery, and I sentence you to 8 years' imprisonment. Let them be put down. Ernest Leggett, you've pleaded guilty to robbery. On that charge, the sentence of the court is 8 years' imprisonment. You've also been found guilty of the murder of Stephen Jarrett. This is the second occasion upon which you've been concerned with robbery in the course of which death has occurred. Yet you, and those representing you, have thought fit to put forward a spurious and incredible plea of self-defense, which sought to throw blame for the death on the unfortunate victim of your violence. Had you been man enough to admit your guilt, I might have taken the admission as some small evidence of your remorse. But you chose not to do this, and thereby forfeited any disposition to leniency on my part. Ernest Leggett, the sentence of the court is life imprisonment, and I recommend the term of imprisonment you serve be not less than 20 years. So for this period at least, society will be safe from the criminal violence of your dreadful activities. Let him be put down.
It may or may not help to reduce your apparent boiling point if I tell you I'm putting in my application for that recorder appointment tomorrow.
Well, it'll distract me anyway, the thought of you on £15 a day for lodgings.
Yes, it is a bit steep. I presume it includes free drink?
You have to go some to get your money's worth there, won't you? And I'd hate to finish up with an alcoholic as a partner.
Oh, really, David? And do stop pacing. I'm just as disturbed as you are over this ransom business. In fact, it's not entirely unconnected with my decision about this application.
All right, I'm sorry, Henry. No, I'll draft the letter for you.
Oh, no, David. Regretfully. Something you do extremely well, far better than I do.
Then let me do it. I'd like to.
No, David. If I'm to be appointed, it must be on an assessment of who I am and what I know set down by me in my own outmoded copperplate, not your brilliant reporting of my skills. A man must make his own way in the law.
Yeah, I'll try to remember that when I see Ransom. Hell, Margaret said it. 3 versions.
I think that's what I'm trying to tell you. Ransom knows what has happened. Give him the opportunity of making his own decision as to what he should do. I think he will. Let him. For your sake as much as his.
Okay, Judge, I'll exercise self-control. And if I turn purple, it's your fault.
I say, goodness, we must go. Margaret was most insistent.
Yeah, except what it was all about. Hilary, we're off.
I thought you should all know, and I thought it should be something of an occasion. My father has been asked to make an application for appointment as a recorder.
And have you been appointed yet, Margaret?
It's something I'm very proud of, both as a solicitor and as your daughter.
Congratulations, Mr. Castleman.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Claxton. If and when it all materializes, I may have to call upon you for some inside opinions of members of the relevant police force.
You'll be very welcome. Character assassination, a speciality.
So that's what Margaret was being so mysterious about. Make sure you're both here, she said.
Yeah, there's any excuse for an office party. Hey, I should have left you at home. I could have sidled up to Annie and chatted the art of conveyancing.
So that's what it means. I suppose tort and barratry are the variations.
I've written to Varney accepting the Walker settlement. I still don't like it. Milner stops practicing for a year, gets his wrist slapped by the BMA, and that's the end of it. All nice and quiet.
That's how it works. If you want fanfares, buy tickets for Trooping the Colour. And sniffing isn't illegal as far as I can make out.
No, it's like this stuff. A nice, respectable addiction confined to one section of the professional middle classes. I still think I was right.
Well, that's open to debate. You were wrong on Leggett, and that one was tried in court, which is where it counts.
Up against a hanging judge, no.
Up against any judge on that sort of cheap plea, and you haven't got the 20 years Leggett has.
I know. The consequences you were talking about.
Up to you.
I hate to bring it up at a time like this, Margaret, but I'd like to resign.
No, I won't accept it. David?
No, I wouldn't accept it either.
And what would you do?
Rather you didn't ask that question.
No, but I want to know. It's important.
I'd sack you.
Because you thought I was too clever?
No. No such thing as too clever. They're words used by mediocrities out of envy. You were self-indulgent. Ideals are fine. Facts are better. Experience beats the two of them. Ask him.
Oh, well,
What was that?
carpet slippers.